In this video, I will be showing you how to add fractions with unlike denominators. So you're going to notice that we have an example up here on the board. We have 1/2 plus 1/3. And you'll notice that the two denominators are different, which means that those two values in the denominator being different means I can't just add straight across like I have done with fractions in the past. So now I need to be thinking about how to come up with a common denominator. In other words, a number that will satisfy both 2 and 3. So one way to do this is to come up with the least common multiple for 2 and 3. So if we think about the multiples of 2, we can think 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We can keep going there. We can also think about the multiples of 3. So the multiples of 3 would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on. Now you'll notice that we have some multiples in common. So we have a 6 in common. We also notice that we have a 12 in common with our values as well. And this would continue as our list continues. Now we just need to ask ourselves which ones are the least common multiples. So remember, these right here are multiples of 2 and 3, and we're looking for the least common multiple. Well, the least common multiple would be the smallest value that we see in this list. So I now know that my least common multiple, which would make a great common denominator, is 6. So how would I change the 2 in the denominator to a 6? Well, one way of doing that is to multiply by 3 to the numerator and the denominator. I would then want to multiply a 2 to the numerator and the denominator of my second fraction. Now I'm going to rewrite the equivalent fraction with the denominator of 6. So I end up with 3/6 plus 2/6. Now you'll notice that we have a common denominator, which means that I can go back to the exact same way that I was thinking about my fractions before, when I had a common denominator. I have 3 copies of 1/6 plus 2 copies of 1/6, which means that I'm going to have a total of 5 copies of 1/6, or 5/6. Hopefully this video is helpful for you for finding common denominators when adding fractions.